Hi, my name is Vishal Patel from ICS5, and this is my final video on e-waste. E-waste is something you may have never heard of before, but it probably affects your everyday life. E-waste is essentially just electronic waste. It's simple complex to understand, but it has many different consequences surrounding it. There are a variety of different toxic substances in e-waste, including toxic metals in PCBs and PBDEs, which are materials scientists claim to have serious risks of harm to human and environment. And this problem shows no signs of stopping, as e-waste is expected to have an annual growth rate of around 3 to 4%. This growth rate makes e-waste the fastest growing waste on the planet. And with that, there are three main groups I want to go over today. The first group is the people who consume technology, since they're the ones primarily supplying the e-waste, often to no fault of their own or not even to their own knowledge. These people are obviously found all over the world considering modern reliance on technology. The other group are the e-waste management sites and other organizations that try to handle e-waste responsibly, but often handle it the wrong way. This includes private organizations and government-regulated organizations, and waste sites. The last group involved includes researchers coming up with new ways to solve e-waste using technology, which I'll get into later. Going into detail about the second group I mentioned, a big reason why e-waste continues to grow is because it isn't handled correctly. In countries around the world, there are many illegal e-waste recycling areas that dump these electronics in landfills and other unsafe areas. This causes these electronics to contaminate not only the air, but also the soil and land. An instance of an unregulated e-waste site in India caused problems with heavy metals found in the soil of important and rare land sites, rendering them too dangerous to use for new buildings or farms. China saw a similar problem, where contaminated soil yielded 10 heavy metals in 13 polished rice samples from a typical e-waste recycling area in southeast China. And that is likely scratching the surface of the problem, judging by the pictures seen here. Clearly, a way to combat the harmful effects of e-waste can be to target the way e-waste is handled, and that's where the third group comes into play, with technology. In order to safely transport e-waste out of the area, technologies need to either reduce the waste or reuse it. Microfactories are small factories that produce small products in dimension. Dr. Veena Sahajwala from India explored the idea of microfactories as a solution because they work to transform harmful plastics and PCBs from e-waste to things that can be used for energy or other factories. Microfactories are also being used in Australia to create useful metal alloys and other micromaterials in an Australian university named University of New South Wales. Dr. Sahajwala had a hand in developing the microfactory as well, proving that this could lead to something that can be brought to more areas, including the US. In another solution, a group of engineers from Rice University in Texas and the Indian Institute of Science built a cryo-freeze chamber to freeze e-waste to around negative 119 degrees Celsius and then use a steel ball to rapidly break them up into something called nanodust, where the nanoparticles can be used to synthesize other metal materials. Another example of reducing and reusing e-waste. Finally, a new plant near Toronto by Sims Recycling Solution has a state-of-the-art e-waste shredder that sorts out toxic materials by using magnets to sort out metal and sensors to pick up on hitting glass, then shreds them to dust. It's extremely high-tech and expensive, but something like this is needed if we can't reuse all the materials, and we're going to need to reduce more so than reuse. So as you can see, technology is so powerful in the day and age we live in, and yet there are many countries and underdeveloped areas that have no way to take care of their e-waste. Groups like the E-Waste Foundation, which simply help export the e-waste out of underdeveloped areas and countries, and companies like Sims Recycling Solutions with its high-tech shredder are both needed to solve this issue. So thank you everyone. I know this went a little fast, but I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed.